astrologer, tarot master, modern day alchemist, spellcaster, medium, and all around magical being. And I'm here today to talk about March. This is the fourth week, the fourth video about March. And it's a very intense week. Intense in a wonderful way, and intense in a way that it's up to you as to how things work out. So we'll start with the theme. The theme this week is it's spring. March 20th, we went into the season of spring, the new cycle of life. And spring brings a lot of things. It brings the buds and the trees and the birds singing, and it brings us feeling aware and a new sense that things can happen, that anything is possible. Spring also brings speed or the need or the desire to hurry and get things up and done. So therefore, it also brings impatience. One of the hardest things for an Aries to learn, and an Aries person to learn, and a person who wants things done now to learn, is the beauty of patience. And this is a good time in the midst of all of this blood rushing, adrenaline rushing March weather, in this time for you to say, you know what? I'm going to slow my pace. And I'm going to really smell whatever flowers come up. And even if I don't smell them, I'm going to admire the fact that they're coming up. Not just flowers, but everything. It's about slowing your pace during these really quickly moving times. So assertiveness is a big thing this month, and especially now, because we have the planet Venus, which is relationships. Venus is balance. Venus is beauty, and Venus is value, especially self-value. The planet Venus has just entered the sign Aries. Now, Venus is the most feminine of planets, and Aries is the most masculine of signs. So when Venus enters Aries, there is a pronounced assertiveness. And assertiveness in your relationships, not just your relationships with other people, but all of your relationship with yourself, with your pets, with your plants, and again, relationships with other people. So what you need to do is you need to be aware that this is a very prolific time for you, a very creative and prolific time. And pace yourself. Make a list. Making a list is not an Aries type of thing, but it is a thing that will help you complete your tasks and get your ideas across to other people. It's a very passionate time, and sometimes very passionate. Sometimes that passion is reckless. Sometimes it is an expression of live fast, die young. And as Willard Motley, a great author from the 40s and 50s, said, live fast, die young, and have a great looking corpse. Well, the intention is not to die young or have a great, well, maybe a great looking corpse, that's what you want, but certainly not to die young. You want to live well. Living fast is like gulping food. Yes, you're no longer hungry, but you didn't enjoy the experience. So again, your pace is important. Chewing is important. Slowly moving through life. Watch it, participate when you can. Stand back. That's also participating. But stand back and observe what is happening and what just happened. And clearly decide what you're going to do next in order to be in charge of what will happen. On March 23rd, Mercury, the planet of communication, how we gather and process information, makes a square, a frictional aspect to the planet Mars. Mars is the planet of how we get things done. Mars is also the planet of conflict. Mars is the planet of aggressiveness. So you've got Mercury, the mind, the talking, the communication, making an abrasive aspect to aggressiveness. It's also making that same kind of aspect to how we get things done. The question is, will you use this extra boost of energy to plan well and to execute properly? Or will you use it, or will you allow it to use you to get into all kinds of difficulties, fights, and arguments? Because with Mercury square Mars, no matter what the signs, it's about your choices always conflict or compromise. Those are both CO words. They start with CO. And CO words are about two or more energies coming together to make something happen. You get to decide what you want the energy of your mind and the energy of your energy. You get to decide whether those two are going to cooperate and compromise or whether they're going to engage in conflict. So guess which one I'm voting for. The key here with Mars and Mercury doing anything together, certainly squaring, is listening. Yes, you have a great idea. Yes, you're absolutely right. However, try listening to other people. They have great ideas too. They may even be right. So on March 26th, we have the sun, the life force, the heart, the ego, coming together with Venus. Remember Venus from entering Aries? Coming together with Venus. It's called a conjunction. And when the sun comes together with any planet, the brilliance and the light force of the sun just, wow, overtakes that planet. So when the sun conjuncts Venus, amorous times. Remember, the sun rules the heart. Venus is about relationships. The sun is creativity. Venus is about creativity too. So you've got an idea for what it is that can happen. Anything great can happen. Smile at the people you want to smile at. Create what you want to create. Be good to yourself. Be gentle with your pets, with your plants. Be gentle with you too. Be gentle with the people you meet. The sun conjunct Venus makes us feel amorous. You are in charge of how that amorous feeling operates. Amorous doesn't necessarily mean you've got to fall in love with the next person you see, but amorous does mean sit in the space of love and come from the space of love. It'll change your whole world. This is a great time for just being, And Tennyson said, and I'm going to paraphrase him, in the spring, a young man's fancy turns to thoughts of love. This is really about just being loving, all around loving. Buy yourself a lovely bouquet of flowers. That is an expression of love, and a really wonderful expression of love. And the last aspect for this month is on Sunday, March 28th. We'll have a full moon. That means the sun will be in Aries and the moon will be in the opposite sign, Libra, a full moon. So it's time for moon water. So about the 23rd, about the 25th. On the 25th, get a cup, get a bottle, get a container, make sure it has a cover so critters don't crawl in, and put water in it. And set that water in the windowsill if you want, and if you can, if it works for you, set it outside so that it's gathering moon energy. So I like to set mine in my windowsill, and I have friends who can set theirs outside. Fabulous. So you can make a cup. I have friends who make a quart. I have friends who make a gallon. And then sip after the full moon. Say on the 28th is a full moon. From the 29th on, start sipping. You can sip it. You can drink it outright. You can use it in cooking. You can use it in your bath. You can water your plants with it. So it's energizing. It's great. And the theme for this full moon, because Aries is the sign of I am. It's all about me. And Libra is the sign of you are. It's all about the other. And it's not only all about, it's more of a we, whereas Aries is an I. So I'm asking you, find out whether or not you are an I or a we person by being cooperative for the next week. conscious cooperation. And you will notice if there's resistance to that, that you're maybe a little too much in the eye. And if there isn't resistance to it, congratulations, it's not a struggle for you to be a part of the collective. So think of others, slow down, beware of aggression, and remember, you may be right, but there are other people and they may be right too. Cooperate, be a diplomat, be love. Bye.